Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news, all right. Folks, buckle up, because what I'm about to tell you could be a game changer for the Giants' defense and possibly shake the entire NFC East. Rumors are swirling around a potential blockbuster trade that would see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers part ways with Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Giants are reportedly frontrunners for making that happen. Yeah, you heard that right, Winfield Jr. One of the league's most dynamic safeties could be wearing blue and gray very soon. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Is this really happening? Well, all signs point toward it, and the buzz is getting louder by the day. Let's dive into what makes this possible move so intriguing for the Giants. First off, Antoine Winfield Jr. is no ordinary safety. He's an all-pro caliber player, and he's been a key piece in Tampa Bay's defense since he entered the league. His stats are impressive, but it's his playmaking ability that really sets him apart. For the 2025 season, Winfield tallied high in tackles, and he's known for his blitz sacks, which is quite rare for safeties. He's also versatile enough to cover multiple roles in the secondary, and his ability to read the game has often led to turnovers, interceptions, forced fumbles, and big plays that swing momentum. Right now, the Buccaneers are in a bit of a rebuild mode, especially on offense. Their focus seems to be shifting toward acquiring more offensive weapons, prioritizing wide receivers over their secondary, which has been a bit of a concern for them. Their defense, which was once a stronghold, has been struggling with injuries and consistency. Rumors suggest they might be open to trading Winfield Jr. for a second-round pick in 2026, a move that would give their rebuild a little extra flexibility and draft capital. It's a classic case of a team looking to cut costs and rebuild on the fly, especially with the current cap space constraints. Now, for the Giants, this potential acquisition couldn't come at a better time. The secondary has been a point of concern, especially with injuries to key players like Thibodeaux, who's been battling shoulder issues. Adding someone like Winfield Jr. would immediately bolster the safety position, making the secondary more reliable and aggressive. The Giants have been looking to improve their turnover numbers, and Winfield's knack for creating turnovers, whether through sacks, forced fumbles, or interceptions, could be exactly what they need to turn the tide in their favor. Let's talk about the impact of this possible move on the Giants' overall defense. They've already shown marked improvements this season, especially in deep coverage and their ability to limit opponents' points per game. Their secondary has been better at closing gaps, and their pass rush has been more aggressive, leading to a plus 25% increase in turnovers compared to previous seasons. The addition of a player like Winfield Jr. would take that to another level. His presence could give the Giants a true ball hawk, someone capable of making game-changing plays on a weekly basis. In terms of how he fits into the Giants' defensive scheme, Winfield is a perfect match. He's versatile enough to play in multiple roles, from free safety to even some slot coverage, and his aggressive style can complement the team's existing pass rushers. Plus, his experience and leadership would bring a new level of confidence to a secondary that's still developing. The Giants' coaching staff has been focusing on improving their coverage against top receivers, and Winfield's skill set aligns perfectly with that goal. Now, looking at the broader NFL landscape, this move could have ripple effects. The Buccaneers, fading now after their early season struggles, might be willing to accept a second-round pick in 2026 for Winfield Jr., which is a steal considering his talent and age. For the Giants, acquiring him could be the piece that pushes their defense into elite territory, especially as they aim for a deep playoff run. The odds are starting to shift, with bookmakers now giving the Giants a plus 150,000 chance earlier this season. But with a potential trade and improved roster, those odds could short to plus 5,200, signaling that Vegas sees New York as a serious contender. And let's not forget the bigger picture. Winfield's addition could solidify the Giants' secondary as an elite unit, potentially increasing their chances of making the playoffs by another 23%. This isn't just about patching a weakness. It's about making a bold statement that the Giants are serious about competing at the highest level. The secondary would become one of the most feared in the league, capable of locking down top receivers, creating turnovers, and giving the offense more opportunities to score. The impact of this move goes beyond just stats and rankings. It's about the message it sends to the rest of the league. The Giants are no longer content with being underdogs or middle of the pack. They're positioning themselves as a team ready to contend and dominate. With players like Daniel Jones leading the offense and now a revamped, aggressive secondary anchored by Winfield Jr., the Giants could very well be on the cusp of a resurgence that fans haven't seen in years. Of course, nothing is set in stone yet, and there are hurdles to clear: contract negotiations, trade talks, and team priorities. But the signs are pointing toward a real possibility, and if it happens, it could be one of the most impactful moves for the Giants this season. The NFC East is already competitive, with the Eagles and Cowboys fighting hard, but a move like this could tilt the balance in New York's favor and set the stage for a playoff run deeper than anyone expected. Imagine a Giants secondary featuring Xavier McKinney with Winfield Jr. patrolling the backfield. The kind of coverage that makes opposing quarterbacks think twice, knowing they have a ball hawk ready to jump any route. The kind of defense that forces turnovers and energizes the entire team. That's the kind of future we could be looking at if this trade materializes, and I tell you, Giants fans, it's an exciting prospect. Looking ahead, the team management will need to weigh their options carefully. The trade window isn't open forever, and the Buccaneers' asking price might be a second-round pick in 2026, which is a reasonable gamble for such a talented safety. The Giants, with their current cap space and draft assets, could definitely make it work. Plus, adding a player like Winfield would send a strong message to the locker room and the fans alike that the Giants are serious about building a championship-caliber defense. In terms of timeline, if the trade goes through, Winfield could be ready to suit up for the Giants in the upcoming games, instantly boosting the secondary's confidence and cohesion. It's also worth noting that this move could help the Giants in key matchups against high-powered offenses, like the Eagles' aerial attack or the Cowboys' dynamic passing game. Having a safety of Winfield's caliber would give head coach Brian Daboll and defensive coordinator Wink Martindale a lot more flexibility and confidence in their game plans. Moreover, this kind of move can set a tone for the entire franchise, showing that the Giants are not only trying to compete now, but are also making bold moves to secure their future. It's about winning now, but also building a sustainable, dominant defense that can carry them through the playoffs and into a potential Super Bowl run. The fans have been waiting for a splash move like this, and if it happens, it could be the spark that ignites a new era of success in East Rutherford. So, as we keep an eye on developments, it's clear that the Giants are in a prime position to make a statement. Whether the trade happens exactly as rumors suggest or not, the signs point toward a team that's ready to shake things up. The NFC East is intense, and every game counts, but with a player like Winfield Jr. potentially donning the Giants' colors, the outlook looks more promising than ever. It's a story that Giants fans should follow closely because it could define the remainder of this season and beyond. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Giants. Do you believe Winfield Jr. would be the perfect addition? How do you see this impacting the defense, the playoffs, or even a potential Super Bowl run? I'm telling you, the energy around this possible move is electric, and if it comes true, it could be one of the biggest stories of the season. So stay tuned, keep supporting your Giants, and I'll be back soon with more updates. Let's go Big Blue.